The hospital where you were born was almost certainly painted with something no longer used in modern building codes. For over 200 years, this compound sterilized hospital walls across Europe. It helped prevent outbreaks of cholera, typhus, and tuberculosis spreading through surfaces. It cost about $5 per room. It repelled mold permanently. It did not wear out, and instead of trapping moisture, it allowed walls to breathe. Then it was replaced. Modern drywall systems last around 40 years, trap hidden moisture, and fail when exposed to water. Meanwhile, the original compound still exists, cheap and accessible, and largely forgotten. Here is its name, and what it would cost you to use it today. It is called lime wash. It is a simple mixture of calcium hydroxide and water, applied to a surface and left to cure. It is not new. It dates back to ancient Egypt and Rome, and was used continuously in construction until the mid-20th century. Structures like the Great Mosque of Djenné in Mali, maintained with lime for centuries, have never had mold problems. The whitewashed buildings of Santorini use the same material, unchanged for thousands of years. Lime is permanently alkaline. As it cures, it turns into calcium carbonate, essentially stone. Its surface reaches a pH above 12, an environment where mold cannot grow. Most molds thrive between pH 4 and 7. At a pH of 12, they simply cannot survive. This is not theory. It is chemistry. Modern paint forms a plastic film over walls. It looks clean, but it seals moisture inside. Any humidity, condensation, or small leak gets trapped behind the surface, creating the perfect environment for mold. Lime works differently. It is porous. It allows moisture to pass through as vapor, preventing buildup inside the wall. The wall breathes, keeping internal humidity low. A study from the University of Bath showed that lime-plastered walls maintained about 20% lower internal humidity than gypsum walls under the same conditions. Lower humidity means less condensation and far less risk of mold. Despite this, such findings rarely influence modern building standards. Drywall was invented in the late 19th century, but it only became dominant after World War II. The reason was simple: speed. Traditional lime plaster required skilled labor and time to cure. Drywall could be installed quickly and cheaply by less skilled workers. With millions of homes needed in a short time, developers chose speed. But this shift changed how walls handled moisture. Breathable systems were replaced with sealed ones. Mold, once rare at scale, became common. And the same industry that introduced the problem now sells the solution. By the 1950s, lime plaster was not banned, it just stopped being the default. Today, mold remediation is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Drywall manufacturing and interior paint add tens of billions more. All of it depends on walls that trap moisture, degrade over time, and require maintenance or replacement. Lime doesn't. A lime-coated wall doesn't need remediation, it doesn't peel. It doesn't support mold growth. It hardens over time like stone. Some lime-plastered walls have lasted hundreds of years. Compare that to modern drywall, which often needs replacement within decades. A wall that lasts centuries doesn't generate repeat revenue. A wall that fails does. In the 1990s, conservation architect Dr. Paul Liversidge was asked to solve persistent mold problems in a housing block in England. After multiple failed treatments, he stripped one room to its base and replastered it with lime. The mold never came back. Other rooms treated with modern methods saw mold return within weeks. He published his findings, recommending lime as a solution for persistent mold. The recommendation was accepted for historic buildings, but not for standard housing, because the industry was not set up to support it. The building he treated has not had mold issues since 1999. Walk into a lime-washed room. The walls feel cool and solid like stone. The air feels different, drier, but not uncomfortable. There is no musty smell, no hidden dampness. There is no mold, not because of a treatment or chemical spray, but because the wall itself prevents it, all from a simple mixture that costs a few dollars. Hydrated lime is still widely available, It is often sold for agriculture, costing around $5 to $8 for a large bag, enough to cover hundreds of square feet. Mix it with water. Apply it like paint. Let it cure. Repeat for a few coats. That's it. No special permits. No complex process. Just one of the oldest and most effective building treatments ever used. For new construction, lime plaster can replace modern finishes entirely, creating walls that breathe, resist mold, and strengthen over time. The building code does not forbid it. It just stopped recommending it. For thousands of years, people built walls that resisted mold naturally. Today, most walls are designed in a way that makes mold almost inevitable. The solution was never lost. It was just replaced.